Kieran McKenna's meteoric rise in football management defies belief. Appointed as Ipswich Town's manager in December 2021 at just 35, the Northern Irishman seemed to be a young gamble. Yet, McKenna had been meticulously preparing for this moment his entire career. Forced to retire from playing at 22, McKenna's unwavering commitment was noted by Tottenham coach Clive Allen, who predicted his future coaching success. McKenna then delved into sports science at Loughborough University and returned to Tottenham's academy, progressing swiftly from an analyst role to managing the under-18s to an FA Youth Cup semi-final. His achievements attracted Manchester United, where he led the under-18s to the Premier League Northern Division title. By 2018, McKenna was assisting Jose Mourinho with United's senior team, continuing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and briefly Ralph Rangnick until Ipswich Town called. Taking over a struggling Ipswich, McKenna's impact was immediate. Only 2 defeats in the last 17 games. In his first full season, Ipswich lost just 4 league games out of 46, securing promotion with 98 points, just behind Plymouth Argyle. But McKenna wasn't done. In a stunning debut championship season, he led Ipswich to a second successive promotion, finishing ahead of former Premier League teams like Leicester City, Leeds United, and Southampton. McKenna's story is one of relentless ambition and strategic brilliance, leaving fans eagerly anticipating what's next. Does his success defy conventional tactics? Let's explore.
I think it's you have a good grasp on the level and the level of the players, because working in academies, you get so many players who go out to this level, you get players who go beyond this level, but you get really good players come out of academies who don't make it to this level. So that there's a good level of player there.
A tactical transformation. Kieran McKenna's transformation of Ipswich Town's tactics is nothing short of revolutionary. When he took charge, he quickly overhauled the team's setup, shifting from a back 4 to a dynamic back 3 formation. This change featured a double pivot in front of 3 centre-backs, usually in a 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-2-1 setup. This strategic shift defined his first full season, culminating in a triumphant League One promotion run in the 2022-2023 season. McKenna then adapted to a back 4, using a 4-2-3-1 structure to go unbeaten in the final 19 games. Central to McKenna's strategy was the double pivot, crucial regardless of the backline configuration. Under his guidance, Ipswich dominated possession, executed the most passes, and minimized long balls in the league, emphasizing short passing to facilitate a fluid build-up through the thirds. In the back 3 system, the double pivot was highly active, supporting wingbacks who operated in more isolated positions. The nearer pivot would advance slightly ahead of the ball, ready to assist a pressured wingback, while the farther pivot maintained a supportive position, ensuring continuous movement and passing options. When the wingback advanced, especially on the right due to Wes Burns's prowess, the closer pivot would drop back, aligning with the centre-backs, while the farther pivot pushed forward to connect play with the 2 number 10s supporting the lone striker. McKenna's innovative tactics secured promotion and showcased his adaptability, leaving fans and analysts eagerly anticipating his next strategic move. Mastering the 4-2-3-1 formation. Kieran McKenna's tactical mastery of the 4-2-3-1 formation towards the end of Ipswich Town's promotion-winning League One season has continued into their championship campaign, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. This setup features a double pivot during the build phase, with the backline spreading wider to utilize the extra player. Unlike more lateral formations, McKenna's double pivot remains compact, focusing on holding, especially when fullbacks are unmarked. A key aspect of McKenna's strategy is the dropping movement of the pivots, drawing opponents forward and creating space for incisive passing. This technique, similar to Roberto De Zerbi's style at Brighton, opens opportunities for players between the lines to receive the ball through or over the defense. However, McKenna adds his twist by instructing his number 10, often Connor Chaplin, to drift wide and reposition on the ball's side. Simultaneously, The winger on the opposite flank narrows, temporarily acting as a second number 10. Dominance in the final third. Kieran McKenna's tactical ingenuity shines brightest in the final third, seamlessly blending the 3-4-2-1 and 4-2-3-1 formations. As Ipswich Town builds their attack, left-back Leif Davis pushes high and wide, while the left winger, whether Marcus Harness, Nathan Broadhead, Omari Hutchinson, or Jeremy Sarmiento, shifts inside. This movement transforms the backline into a temporary trio, bolstered by the double pivot, creating a robust unit that pins the opposition and guards against counterattacks, and making penetrating runs beyond the defensive line. This strategy morphs the 4-2-3-1 into a 3-4-2-1 during attacks, with Davis and the right winger maintaining width. This approach has been highly effective. Davis and Burns contribute over a third of Ipswich's crosses in the championship, often finding the attacking trio in central positions. Chaplin's incisive runs, combined with the left winger's narrow position and the centre forward's presence, make Ipswich dangerous from cutbacks. Their set-piece deliveries further enhance their goal-scoring threat. In League One, Ipswich dominated possession and led in through balls and goals. This prowess continued in the Championship, where after 42 games in the 2023-2024 season, Ipswich ranked 4th in shots taken. Central to McKenna's forward play is a powerful central forward, Kiefer Moore, George Hurst or Freddie Ladapo, anchoring Ipswich's attack and enabling movements that disorient defenders and open attacking lanes. McKenna's innovative tactics and strategic flexibility keep fans and analysts eagerly anticipating the next evolution of Ipswich's attacking play. Relentless pressing. Ipswich Town's high-pressing game under Kieran McKenna epitomizes their relentless pursuit of possession. Operating from a 4-2-3-1 base, Ipswich's wingers aggressively close down opposing fullbacks, with the center forward providing support. This coordinated effort traps play on one side of the pitch, as the near-side fullback and pivot squeeze the space around the ball carrier. In this setup, the pivot furthest from the ball swings around to cover underneath, adopting a half-and-half position. This allows the pivot to screen passes into the opposing center forward while staying alert to central passes, particularly those redirected back inside. A critical element of this press is the movement of the winger furthest from the ball, who narrows into the middle to pressure the second center back. Ipswich's number 10 helps protect and screen the central area, while the narrow winger pressures the opposition's advanced midfielders, allowing the furthest pivot to maintain their defensive stance longer. During these pressing phases, Ipswich temporarily defends with a back three as a fullback advances to support the nearest winger. This mirrors their in-possession strategy, where the 4-2-3-1 and 3-4-2-1 formations fluidly interchange based on the play's demands. In the 2022-2023 League One season, Ipswich's high press focused on forcing mistakes rather than winning direct duels. This tactical nuance led to regaining possession through opposition errors, highlighting McKenna's strategic acumen. Could McKenna's tactics work at Chelsea FC? In the Championship, Ipswich Town has maintained their high-pressing approach under Kieran McKenna, utilizing the 4-2-3-1 structure for aggressive pressure from the wingers, supported by the pivots, fullbacks, number 10, and the far side winger. Opponents now favor shorter passes and more possession, often playing away from Ipswich's goal. Despite these changes, Ipswich remains one of the best in the division for passes per defensive action, applying intense pressure on backward and sideways passes. With a slight drop in average possession, McKenna has organized his team into compact blocks more frequently, increasing duels and interceptions from a deeper block in the middle third. This meticulous and committed playing style mirrors McKenna's determined personality. His strategic acumen and relentless pursuit of possession and pressure could offer Chelsea FC a fresh tactical edge. With the right players and support, McKenna's innovative style might be the blueprint Chelsea needs to dominate domestically and in Europe.